Magandang araw, Podmates. Ang tanging oppositionist na nanalo sa pagka-senador ang kasama natin ngayon, ang re-electionist na si Senator Risa Hontiveros. Magandang araw sa iyo, Senator, at congratulations.
Thank you, Howie, at magandang araw din sa iyo at sa lahat ng mga Podmates, tama ba?
Yes. Yeah, pauso lang namin yon.
Sige, makikiuso na rin ako.
You've been known as a social progressive. You've waded into some controversial or even polarizing issues, no, like divorce, abortion, LGBT. You've made numerous comments on those, no. Na traditionally may mga malalakas na tumututol diyan, no. I mean, very powerful sectors, no. Pero after all these years, no, sa tingin mo ba lumalaki na ang mga constituency niyan? And number two, why do you keep wading into these issues knowing na may mga malalakas na kalaban yung mga initiatives mo dyan?
I guess how it's because ipinanganak din ako ng mga isyung to. They are also very personal. Hinubog din ako sa mga isyung to kahit sa angkan namin. And I've been a child of, Philippine social movements na tumindig din sa mga issue nito. And I've appreciated that in the past years, the constituencies for these advocacies have, as you asked, indeed been growing. Maya't maya may slice of life nito na nahuhuli pati ng mga surveys natin. Mm-hmm. A majority already of citizens who support a SOGIE Equality Bill, a significant percentage who believe that we should have a second chance at love, at marriage, at family life. A significant percentage who, even in the 14 long years, we were struggling for the reproductive health bill. Mm-hmm. Year on year o survey on survey nagpakita, lumalawak na naniwala sila na couples should have access to family planning. Naniwala din sila that our children and youth should have comprehensive sexuality education. So minsan, kami nga sa Senado o sa Kongreso ang kailangang humabol to catch up with the sentiments and the opinions of our constituents.
So, ilang beses mo na nabanggit itong SOGIE, no? SOGIE Bill na baka hindi familiar yung ibang listeners natin dito sa acronym na to. If I can recall lang, no? Just correct me if I'm wrong. This is Sexual Orientation, Gender Identity and Expression Bill, no? This is global, no? But I guess this is one of your pet advocacies dahil ilang beses mo nang nabanggit sa interview na to. So, kung pumasa ito, what would be the biggest change in a nutshell? What difference would it make?
The difference it would make in a nutshell is that the morning after we should pass this bill into law, all Filipinos, regardless of our SOGIE, because even we cisgender heterosexual people, that's our SOGIE. But especially the LGBTQIA+, who suffer most from stigma and discrimination because of their SOGIE. The morning after, it would be recognized by law that they have exactly the same rights as us non-LGBTQIA+ persons in terms of education, health, other social protections, access to government services, and the like. And the other interesting side of that the morning after is that the passage of that bill would have changed nothing nor made anything worse for people of our SOGIE, for cishet people. Mm-hmm. Plus, the SOGIE Equality Law would include no new or special rights. Nothing that is feared by those who are so strongly against it up to now. So it would simply say that stigma and discrimination based on SOGIE is prohibited and punishable by law.
Would that include the right to civil union, same-sex?
Not even yet.
Same-sex civil union.
That's precisely one of the new rights that is wished for by a large part, if not the whole community, that would not be included in a SOGIE equality law, because that would require amending other laws not covered by the SOGIE equality law. So same-sex marriage, would not be provided for by a SOGIE equality law, not even civil union yet, which I was so happy to learn. Even our beloved Pope Francis opened up about in one of his recent pronouncements, recognizing it not in the church sphere, but in the civil sphere.
Okay, in your Twitter feed, you've been quite open about your daughter Yana, no, and how she came out to you. There might be a lot of parents out there who have wondered, and they're probably trying to figure out themselves, how they should react, how they should accept. What was your process for this?
Well, my own process was that I grew up in a clan where I, a cishet girl, grew up with uncles or cousins and later nieces and nephews, my own daughter, my own beloved daughter, of a different SOGIE from me. So I guess, and in particular, Yana, I grew up with her. She raised me almost as much as I raised her. And as she grew up, I saw that my dreams for her were coming true, especially the dream that she become a loving young person. She become a self-aware young person. She become a young person who followed her bliss, which I tell all my kids and all young people. She discerned what she loved most in life in terms of what she wanted to do. She's excellent at it. That's her service to our people, and she's being happy that way. And I hope that my fellow parents who are listening to us and who might be struggling in an earlier stage of this process that I went through will be reassured that and this is something, Howie, that I learned from one of the letters in LGBTQI, the Qs, the queers, because
Mhm.
they don't bother anymore to
Mhm.
determine what's their SOGIE or what's the SOGIE of the person they fall in love with. And from them, I learned that in the end, it's all about love. No? And as a parent, and tayo bilang mga magulang, vis-a-vis our kids, in the end, when we boil it down to its essence, it's just all about love.
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. Check out the Howie Severino Podcast, an original for GMA News and Public Affairs. New episodes will stream every Thursday. Listen for free on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and other platforms.